Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to take a deep dive into the one of the most essential topic in Python programming, that is operators. Think of operator as the verb of a programming language, just like verb allow us to describe actions in English. Operators allows us to perform actions in our data. Without operators, we could not add numbers, compare values, make decisions, and build any kind of meaningful program. This is going to be a comparison of 1 hour session where we will learn and cover every major type of operators in Python. By the end of this lecture today, you will not only know each what each operator does, but you will also understand when and why to use them. So, whatever you have complete beginner or just looking to solidify your foundation, this video is for you. Make sure you have your Python environment ready, whether it's Jupyter Notebook, VS Code, or even basic Python shell. Let's start on the on this journey. Before we dive into operators, let's back let's take a quick moment to remember the fundamental concept we have covered previously. This will help us understand where operators fit into the bigger picture. First, we have expression. An expression is a piece of code that uses a value. It it's a combination of value, variables, and operators that evaluates a single result. For example, 5 plus 3 is an expression that evaluates to 8. X into 2 is the expression that evaluates to price of the value of x. Every expansion, every expression has a value. This is important because expressions are the building blocks of our program. Then we have statement. A statement is a complete instruction that Python can execute. It performs an action. For example, x is equals to 10 is an assignment statement. Print hello is a statement that prints text to the console. If x is greater than 5 to prints greater, this is a compound statement. We, will- we also talk about indentation. In many programming languages, the indentation is just for readability, but in Python, indentation is systematically insufficient. It defines blocks of code. For example, the body of a loop or a condition must indented. We have covered data types like int for integer, float for decimal values, str for string, and bool for boolean values. These data types tell Python what kind of data a variable holds, and we learn about numbers and strings. Number can be integer or float, and we have can perform basic operations on them. Strings are sequence of characters used to store text. Now, operators are the tools that allows us to work with this data type. Uh, they are symbols that perform operations on variable and values. For instance, the plus operator can add numbers and concatenate strings. The equal to or comparison operator can compare two values. Let's look the fundamental example like x is equals to 10. So in this equal to is assignment operator. Y is equals to 5.5. So it is an assignment operator. And if we type a result or result is equals to x plus y, then here plus is arithmetic operator. And if we write print the result, so the output is 15.5. Here we are using the assignment operator is equals to store value in a variable x and y. We are using the arithmetic operator plus to add them, and we are assigning the result to the result. This simple example shows how operators are the glue that holds our code together. Operators work with a variable and values. They help in performing different types of operation, different types of operation from basic math to complex logic. Python provides a rich set of operators for various needs, and we are going to explore them today. So now let's start with the operator. You are probably most familiar with arithmetic operators. These are used to perform mathematical operations. Think like as the basic calculator function in Python. We have seven main arithmetic operations or operators. The first is addition, adds two operands. For example, 5 plus 10 gives 15. The second is subtraction, subtract the right operand from the left operand. Example, 10 minus 5 gives 5. The third is multiplication, multiplies two operands, that is 10 into 5 gives 50. The fourth is division. It is denoted by slash and divides the left operand by the right operand. 10 divided by 3 gives 3.33 and important. This way, this always returns a floating division point number. The next is modulus, returns the remainder of the division. If we will divide 10 modulus 3, then it gives 1 because 10 is divided by 3 is 3 with the remainder of 1. This is incredibly useful for checking even or odd numbers or cycling through values. The next is floor division. It is noted by double slash, returns the quite quotient of divisor, rounding down to the nearest integer. Like for example, 10 floor division 3 gives 3. It basically gives the integer part of the question, discarding the fractional part. And the next is exponential. It is denoted by double star, raises the left operand to the power of the right operand. For example, 10 double star 3 is 10 cubed, which is 1000. Now let's write some code to see them in action. Please follow along in your editor. Like in the example, it is given a is equals to 10 and b is equals to 3. Print a plus b is equals to plus b is equals to 13, and in this it is addition. Then it is given print a minus b, so it is a subtraction. Print a star b, so the star is there, so it is multiplication. Print a slash b, so the slash operator is for division. And print a modulus b, this percentage operator is for modulus. And the print a double slash b, so the double slash is used for floor division. And the next is print a double star b, here the double star is used for exponent. And if you want, so you can give here space, or if you will not give, space, then also it will not show error because spacing is not an error in Python. But sometimes, if you have written here if and some statement and down of the if you have written print, so it will show an error because it, it should give four spaces or one tab. Okay, now let's break out the output. Now let's break out the output. 10, if here we see, so 10 division by 3 gives 3.33 and up to infinity point 0.5 and everything in the last. This is a floating point number which has a decimal point. You will notice that due to the way computers handle floating point arithmetic, there might be tiny rounding errors for more cases. This is fine. In the next is 10 modulus b gives 1. This is the reminder. We can use this to check if a number is divisible by another. For example, if x modulus 2 is equals to 0, then x is an even number. Okay. Then the next is aim double slash b, which is for floor division, and this is the question without the decimal. It's like saying how many whole times does 3 go into 10. The answer is 3. The next is a double star b, and this double star I already tell you that it is for used for exponent. You can see here it is written for exponent, which gives multiplied by itself, like 10 into 3. The 3 here will be the power of the 10, gives 1000, which is 10 multiplied by itself for the 3 times. Now there are some common mistakes which beginners do. Beginners often do or confuse. That is confusion between slash and double slash. The Remember, the slash is always gives a float value of the if the division is a perfect. For example, 10 divided by 2 is 5.0, not 5. If you need an integer, just use this double slash. If you will use slash, so it will always give you a value in a float point only, like 10 divided by 2 is the 10 divided by 2 is 5, so then also it will give 5.0. It will always give you value in float, and if you want to take an integer, so you can use double slash for the float division. Okay, now here now the percentage is like sharing a pizza among friends and figuring out how many slices are left over. And the double slash the double slash or floor division is like figuring out how many full boxes of 3 apples you can make from a basket of 10 apples. Okay. Now let's move to the comparison operator, also known as the rational operators. This are used to compare two values. The result of a comparison is always a Boolean value, either true or false. Here is Here are the comparison operators. Like the first, yeah. So here is the comparison operators. Like the first one is the equal to operator. Returns true if the values are equal. This is Always remember that this is two equal signs. Okay, not one. One equal sign is an assignment operator, not comparison operator. Okay, and the next one is not equal to. which returns true if the value is not equal. This only returns true. This only returns true if the value is not equal, and if the value is equal, so it will not return true. Okay. The next one is less than operator returns true if the left value is less than the right value. The next is greater than returns true if the left value is greater than the right value. The next is less than or equal to returns true if the value is less than or equal to the right value. And the last one is greater than or equal to uh, returns true if the left value is greater than or equal to the right value. Okay. These operators are fundamental for these operators are fundamental for controlling the flow of your program. You will use them in if statements, while loops, and many other places where you need to make a decision. Okay. Now let's see the example here given x is equals to 10 and y is equals to uh, so like here given x is equals to 10 and y is equals to 20. So if we print x is less than y, so it will return true. And if we print x is equals to y, so it will return us false. Notice all this return true or false. We can use this result directly in conditions. For example, age is equals to 15. If age is greater than equal to 18, print you are an adult, else print you are minor. Here age is greater than equal to 18, evaluates to true. Since 25 is greater than or equal to 18, so if block is executed, the this is the power of comparison operator. They will allow our programs to make decision. Some of the common mistakes which someone some peoples or programmers or the beginners do usually do. Sometimes I also done many mistakes in this, and which is mixing up equal to and equal to double equal to operator. Okay, like x is equals to 5 assigns the value of 5 to x, and x double equal to 5 check if x is equal to 5. This is a very common source of errors for beginners. Real world analogy: imagine you are at a theme park and you want to go on a roller coaster. The height requirement is greater than or equal to 1.4 meter. You step on a scale. The scale uses a comparison operator to check if your height is greater than or equal to 1.4 meter. If true, you will get a ride. If false, you don't. Uh, it is just like that. Okay. So next up, let's talk about assignment operator. You already know the basic assignment operator equal to, which is which we use to assign a value of a variable by Python, and many other languages offer what we call compound assignment operator. These are the shortcuts that perform an operation and assign the result back to the variable in one go. They will they are not just convenient, they also make our code more concise and readable. We have uh, equal to, which is used in assignment operator for assigning values. The next is plus equal to, add and assign, then subtract and assign, then star equal to, multiply and assign. The next is slash is equal to, which is divide and assign. Next is percentage, which is modulus equal to and modulus and assign. The next is double slash, which is used for floor division and assign. Not on the side, not on the slide, but it exists and is useful. The next is double star equal to, which is exponent, double star equal to, which is exponent and assign also exists. Okay. This is two operators I have told you, assignment operator, which are not on this slide, but they also exist. I forget to add in this. Okay, which was floor division and assign and exponent and assign. Okay, let's see how they work. Like for example, num is equals to 10. So print num. So it will print 10. Right here we have written that example x is equals to 10 and x plus equals to 5. So the it will print x is 10. So 10 plus 5 is 15. The output you can see here is 15. Okay. Now let me explain the logic. Num plus 5 or x plus equal to 5 says take the current value from value of num, add 5 to it, and store the new value back in num. It is very useful and very powerful shorthand. This might not seem like a big deal with a simple variable, but consider this scenario where you are adding elements in a loop. Using plus equal to inside a loop is cleaner and more efficient. It reduces the risk of errors and make our indentation intention clear. The common mistakes which I have told you, the beginners or programmers or any experienced programmer can also do this mistakes, which is writing plus equal to as equal to and plus. For example, num equal to plus 5 is valid but does something entirely different. It is it just assigns the value, it just assigns the positive value of 5. So remember the order plus equal to, comma, minus equal to, star equal to, etc. are all one operator. Like imagine you like I want to give an example of real world analogy. So imagine you have a piggy bank with rupees 100. You add rupees 50 instead of saying I will take 100 and add 50 to it and put it back. You just say, I add 50 to my piggy bank. That's what plus equal to does. Now